I only came home because I forgot my laptop charger. That's the detail I keep replaying. If the meeting hadn't been moved earlier that morning, if my battery hadn't been low, if I'd remembered the charger before leaving for work, I probably wouldn't have driven back to my parents' house at all. And maybe everyone would preferred it that way. There were cars lining both sides of the street when I pulled up. At first, I thought someone nearby was hosting a graduation party. Music drifted over the fence, laughter, catering vans. Then I walked through the side gate and saw the banner stretched across the backyard. Said yes! My brother stood near the pool holding a champagne glass. Beside him was my ex, matching rings. For a second, my brain refused to organize the image correctly. It honestly felt like arriving halfway through somebody else's dream. 80-something people filled the yard. Cousins, neighbors. My mother's friends from church. Nobody looked shocked to see me. That hurt more than the engagement itself. It meant everyone already knew I was the last person being informed. My ex noticed me first. Her expression changed so quickly it almost looked painful. My brother just froze. Then my mother appeared beside me before either of them could speak. She touched my arm carefully and whispered, "Don't make this difficult here." Not, "Are you okay?" Not, "We should have told you sooner." Just damage control. I remember staring past her toward the drink table while she kept talking quietly. "They didn't know how to tell you. Then somehow it got worse. We also used your information for a small loan temporarily," she added quickly. "Just 19,000 we were going to explain after the party." I looked at her slowly. "What loan?" Her face tightened the way people's faces do when they realize they accidentally skipped several important emotional steps. "It was only to cover deposits until things settled," she said. "Your credit was stronger. The strange thing is, I didn't feel angry immediately, just cold, like my body had decided emotion would interfere with processing information. I walked inside without another word while music continued outside. Nobody followed me at first. The kitchen was dark except for light coming through the backyard windows. I could hear applause outside. Someone making a toast. I opened my banking app. There it was. A pending transfer connected to a personal loan application I had never formally approved. My brother's business had struggled for months after a failed expansion. Apparently, the engagement party, venue deposits, and future wedding expenses pushed things further than they expected, and somewhere along the way, my family decided my financial identity was flexible enough to borrow against emotionally. I called the bank fraud department calmly, not dramatically, just professionally. I explained that I needed immediate review on a pending authorization tied to undisclosed financial activity. The representative placed the transfer into compliance hold within minutes. Outside, the music got louder, then quieter again. I finally went upstairs to grab the charger from my old room. That's when I found the video. My laptop automatically backed up old phone clips into random folders. Most were meaningless. Receipts, accidental recordings, blurry photos. One file caught my attention because of the date, 3 months earlier. I clicked it absent-mindedly, 17 seconds. My brother and my ex stood near the garage during a family barbecue. Unaware my phone camera had apparently activated while sitting on the patio table nearby, the clip wasn't dramatic. No kissing, no obvious affair. Honestly, that almost made it worse. My brother laughed nervously and said, "We just need to wait until he calms down from the breakup first." My ex answered quietly, "Your mom said the same thing." Then the recording ended. I sat there for a long time staring at the screen, not because it proved cheating with certainty, because it proved coordination. Everyone downstairs had known, discussed it, managed it, like my feelings were a scheduling inconvenience. Outside, somebody started the engagement slideshow. I could see the projector light flickering across the backyard through my bedroom window. Without fully thinking about it, I transferred the clip onto the presentation laptop connected downstairs. Then I picked up my charger. That's all. No speech, no confrontation. I walked through the backyard while relatives clapped at childhood photos appearing on the screen. Nobody stopped me. I reached my car just as the slideshow changed. Then the music cut off abruptly. Even from inside the car, I could feel the shift happen. Not explosive heavy, a silence spreading gradually through 82 people, realizing they had just seen something they weren't supposed to. My phone started vibrating almost immediately. My mother first, then my brother, then relatives asking where I went, what the video meant, whether the timeline was true. I ignored all of them and drove aimlessly for almost an hour. Later that night, my brother finally left a voicemail. He didn't sound angry anymore, just tired. "You could have talked to me first," he said quietly. I listened to that message 3 times because part of me agreed with him. Another part kept thinking about how everyone else had already talked to each other first. Months later, the engagement still technically existed, though differently. Smaller, strained. People became careful around me after that. Not kinder exactly, just aware. And sometimes I still watch those 17 seconds, wondering whether the real betrayal was the relationship, or the assumption that I'd quietly absorb it once everyone else was comfortable enough.